It's a problem that never seems to get solved no matter how much a city keeps building: parking. Not only is it incredibly frustrating, time-consuming, and sometimes expensive to park, but it's also extremely wasteful. Think about all the fuel you burn and carbon dioxide you put in the air, all searching for that elusive space.
So right now we have a worldwide problem where it takes about 50 minutes for a driver to find a parking spot. If we can solve that problem, there's going to be less traffic on the streets, there's less CO2 emissions.
The startup Rumbo is working with a major Canadian city to use these modules to attach to poles, so there's no digging or wiring needed. Ultrasonic sensors detect vehicles on the streets, sending that information to the cloud.
If you're using our app, you will see the streets around you, right? So if you see a street that has one parking spot, but the next one has 3, your intention is to drive to the one that has more parking spaces. So we're like a bird's eye view for while you're driving.
Less traffic could mean less accidents, but because crashes are still inevitable, that's where MDGo comes in. By grabbing just 2 kilobytes of data already available in connected vehicles, such as acceleration and velocity information, MDGo's AI algorithms calculate likely injuries when a crash occurs.
We're going to give organ-specific injury scales or injury predictions. You can see what happened to the neck, spine, pelvis. You're going to go to the frontal view. You're going to see what happened to the chest. So this is exactly what medical services get from us today in Israel, and to get a more appropriate medical treatment to the person inside the vehicle right after the crash.
Avrashi says globally around 44% of people who die of car crash-related injuries could have been saved with real-time information. MDGo is already being used in 250,000 vehicles in Israel and is aiming to have its software tested in the U.S. state of Michigan this year.
You're going to save 500 lives a year by doing this, because today in Michigan, 1,000 people die each year of car crashes. 100,000 people are injured. It's not just about saving lives, but reducing the long-term damages. Long-term
damage can also result from bad air. That's why the company Airnos created this 3-millimeter chip that can be inserted in wearable and portable devices to essentially smell multiple hazardous gases.
But in the cars of the future, imagine we've got tiny little sensors that are telling you, hey, ozone is going up. We've turned on our air purification unit, we cleaned it up, and then communicating with you and saying, here's what we detected, here's what we did about it.
Airnos envisions a day when smart cities have their chips everywhere.
Imagine a future where, every parking meter and the street lights and other fixed stations, they all have these gas sensors. And so now, if you're a city official, you can monitor the air quality in your city in real time.
That could enable city planners to not only start making changes, but also to quickly assess whether those changes are making a difference. Mark New, CGTN, Mountain View, California.